I'm JNAPS MMA. This is my prediction and breakdown of UFC 307 Alex Pereira vs. Rountree. Besides the co-main, everything on the main card's pretty good, decent to watch. Nobody cares about Pennington and Pena's rivalry that they had on Tough. That's what the UFC is promoting. And the prelims suck. The prelims really do suck. This is just another card Alex Pereira is carrying on his back. The UFC has literally strapped their backs and literally told Alex Pereira, yo, carry us again. While Dana White is still too busy gobbling the glizzy of John Jones. And what can we do? This is what it is now. This is what it is now. The US gets the sucky pay-per-views, while everywhere else, even the fight nights. UFC Fight Night Paris was really good, man. But we get the sucky pay-per-views. On to the first fight of the night. First fight of the night we have Tim Memes versus Court McGee. I'm gonna go with the more craftier vet Tim Memes. Court McGee's on a 3-fight losing skid against Alex Morano, Matt Brown, and Jeremiah Wells. Like, those are guys that, I don't know, they're lower in competition to the guys that Tim Memes has fought. Tim Memes is like 1-4 though in his last 5 fights, bro. It's pretty bad. He did get a win over Andre Fiallo, but he's lost to Ural Medic, Alex Morano, Max Griffin, and Kevin Holland. I just think Tim Memes has better grappling. He can strike better than Court McGee. And this fight right here, whoever loses is gonna get cut because you're on a losing skid. Tim Memes is like 40, Court McGee's 39. Like, you guys should be out of the UFC already. On to the next fight. We have Ovince Preux versus Ryan Spann. I'm going with Ryan Spann. He's the younger fighter, and yeah, he's on a 3-fight losing streak as well. Jesus. Lost to Bogdan Guskov, Anthony Lionheart-Smith, and Nikita Krylov. Ovince Preux, he's like fighting once a year, bro. His last fight was against Kennedy Usuchukwu. That was a split decision, and when an old fighter's like fighting once a year, that's how you know like their time in the UFC is kinda up. I don't know if Ovince Preux decides to retire in this fight. Maybe they're giving him Ryan Spann. Maybe he knocks Ryan Spann out and just decides to retire. But I just see the younger guy, Ryan Spann, probably knocking Ovince Preux out in the second round, or maybe it goes to a decision, 29-28. But on to the next fight of the card, we have the female Marab versus Tecia Pennington. Almost said Torres. I'm going with the female Marab, Carla Esparza. She has not fought over a year since losing to Wei Ling and the belt. And these two girls have fought before in season 20 of Tough that nobody cares about too. Tecia Torres did fight earlier this year against Tabitha Ritchie, my baby girl Tabitha Ritchie. I'm just going with Carla Esparza. Like, until she has really good grappling, and she's gonna basically do Marab's game plan and take Tecia Pennington to the ground and lay on her for 3 rounds and get a 29-28. That's pretty much it. That's all I got. On to the next fight of the card, we have Alexander Hernandez stepping on short notice to fight Austin Hubbard. Jesus, bro. Alexander Hernandez, man. What has happened to you? Like, what has happened to you, son? You're like 4-for-1 in your last 5 fights as well. I mean, 1-for-4 in your last 5 fights. You've lost to Renato Moicano, Billy Quarantillo. You beat Jim Miller, old head. But you lost to Bill Algier and Damian Jackson, bro. You've been on a losing tear, and I know what he's doing here. He said, I can probably beat Austin Hubbard, who only has a win against Michael Figlag, and he did lose to Kurt Hallback. And Kurt Hallback is pretty old. So I'm going to go with Alexander Hernandez with this one. I think Alexander Hernandez, you know, he needs a quick turnaround. And I think this is the opponent that he probably either takes to a decision or he knocks him out. But I don't think he's knocking anybody out, man. I think this is a 29-28 decision win for Alexander Hernandez. Hopefully he's the smarter fighter, though. If he's not the smarter fighter and tries to win this fight, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. But both of these guys, they have not panned out. They have not panned out good in the UFC. On to the next fight. We have Ihor Potieria. I keep butchering his name. Versus Cesar Almeida. I gotta go with Cesar Almeida with this one, man. I think this is a layup for Cesar Almeida. His last fight against Roman Kopylov, that was a split decision, but he showed promise in that fight. He looked really good in the striking department. And I feel like he knocks out Potieria. I don't care how you say his name. He sucks. Almeida did knock out Dylan Badad. And I know Cesar Almeida's career in the UFC has been pretty young, but this guy is like a world-renowned kickboxer. He has good kickboxing, not a world-renowned kickboxer. I'm like glazing up for no reason. He's a good kickboxer, and he's going to make this a kickboxing match, and I see him knocking out Ihor Potieria in the first round, bro. Ihor Potieria, he's not that good. I don't even know how this guy is still in the UFC, bro. Like, he's 2 for 4 in the UFC. He has wins over guys that are like... Yo, he has a win over Mauricio Shogun Rua. That was supposed to be his retirement fight. And then he emoted all over him. And did some crazy... Like, bro. Go knock him out for me, Almeida. Nobody likes this guy. This guy... And Potieria's lost to Carlos Olberg and Michel Pereira. Like, come on. Like, this guy should not be in the UFC anymore, but what can we say? What can we say? On to the next fight of the card, though. We have Mariana Rodriguez versus Iasmin Lucindo. Mariana Rodriguez has not been, she's had her struggles already with the top, the top fighters in her division. I swear, like, her last fight was against the Jessica Andrade. She lost by split decision, and her last one was against Michelle Waterson Gomez, bro. Michelle Waterson Gomez is retired already. Her last real win was against Yan, who she fought for the title against Wei Ling, which is not bad, but she got beat by Amanda Lemos and Verena Jambiroba, and those 3 girls, Jessica Andrade, Jambiroba, and Lemos, are on the top of the division. And I think this newcomer in Lucindo, I think she might have something for her. I think her striking is really good, but this one's not an easy one to pick. Not gonna lie to you, this is close, but Lucindo is 3-1 in the UFC, and has wins over Karolina Kowalski, who she fought earlier this year, Pauliana Viviana, and Brogan Walker. So yeah, this is a step up in competition for her, but I feel like she can pull it out with a dub. 29-28 for Lucindo. I don't know. I think Marina Rodriguez, she's faced the elite already in the strawweight division, but she hasn't had that real good win in a while. And Lucindo's no joke. She's pretty good. I think Lucindo wins this fight. But on to the featured prelim. This is probably the only good fight in the prelim to watch. Stephen Thomas Stephen Thompson versus Jaquan Buckley. The Wonder Boy, Thompson, oh man. I don't know, man. He's really getting old in age. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's already 41. He's already 41. His last loss was obviously to Shokrak Makhmonov. And he hasn't fought in a while since that. That was like in December. This is like about to be almost a year that he's fought. His last one was against Kevin Holland, and that's when Kevin Holland broke his hand. That was an amazing war, though. They showed out for UFC Orlando. I remember that. I wanted to go to that. But he hasn't had a real good win since 2020 against Geoff Neal. He's lost to Bilal Muhammad and Gilbert Burns. I just feel like Thompson is already getting old, man. And I gotta go with Jaquan Buckley. In his last fight, he showed that he can wrestle and he can take you down and stay there with you. And he's the way stronger guy, bro. Like, look at his physique. He looks like a chimpanzee, like he looks like a monkey, bro. A really strong monkey. Like, no racial, I promise you. But still, like, dude, like, he's just... I just feel like he's ready to take on the top end of the competition in welterweight. Like, he's on a 4-fight winning streak against Andre Fiallo, Alex Morano, Vicente Luque, and Nursultan Rizabagov. I'm butchering that shit. But still, bro, like, Jaquan Buckley has improved so much, bro. He's improved so much. And this is going to be his 3rd fight in 2024, dude. Like, this dude is on a tear right now. And I see him beating Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. I don't see Stephen Wonderboy. I just don't see Wonderboy winning this fight, bro. And it kills me, though, because, you know, I love Wonderboy and he's done a lot for this division. And he's a great and amazing talented fighter. I just wish this would have been Stephen Wonderboy Thompson against Michael Venom Page. We get 2 karate style guys, but I guess this is time for Jaquan Buckley to step up in competition and step up in the rankings and get a win. So I got Jaquan Buckley winning this fight. I really do. On to the main event. We have my boy Kevin Trailblazer Holland against Roman Dolidze. Holland is taking another fight at middleweight. This guy has literally gone back and forth with middleweight and welterweight, as we know. And Roman Dolidze is kind of like him. He's gone through light heavyweight and middleweight and back and forth. You know, he took that fight against Anthony Smith on short notice, and obviously, I'm not picking Roman Dolidze because you couldn't even finish Anthony Lionheart Smith, who was literally giving out on you, and you could not finish him. And you gassed out. You kind of were gassing out trying to finish this guy. And I'm going with Kevin Holland. His submission game is pretty good, man. And I don't think this fight's going to the ground. If it does, Kevin Holland has good takedown defense and he can get back up. I think Kevin Holland is going to piece Roman Dolidze up. I think Kevin Holland gets another finish here, man. He gets a 2nd round, like, TKO or submission. I don't know where. But I see him winning this fight. I really do see him winning this fight. Yeah, he's had a really bad, like, he's had mixed, you know. He beat Michael Ovince, but he lost to Venom Page pretty bad in Venom Page's debut, and he lost to JDM, which, you know, JDM is on another level right now. He's trying to be a welterweight champ. But I think this is a fight that Kevin Holland can win, bro. Like, if it stays standing, I feel like he can piece up Roman Dolidze, knock him out in the 2nd round, or 29-28, bro. But on to the next fight of the card. Next fight we have, if this will load, we have the blonde chick, or should I say a dude with a wig, against Ketlen Vieira. Kayla Harris versus Ketlen Vieira. Okay. I'm going with Kayla Harrison, bro. This is like her time to get to the bantamweight belt. And she's definitely going to take Ketlen Vieira to the ground. And she's going to, you know, she's going to do what she does best on the ground, man. And I think she gets a submission out of, you know, in this fight. I think she gets like a rear naked choke against Ketlen Vieira. She did choke out Holly Holmes, dude. And I feel like, you know, they're giving her another striker here to implement her ground game on. And she's definitely, I see her finishing Ketlen Vieira in the second round. Rear naked choke, the same way she just beat Holly Holmes. And she's just a way stronger opponent, dude. She's just super strong. And she's been dominant in the WMMA for PFL. And she's going to be dominant here as well. Ketlen Vieira hasn't fought in a while, too. Her last fight was last year. Was it last year? Yeah, it was last year against Penny Kinzad. And this girl got demolished by Carol Rosa. And Vieira lost to Raquel Pennington. So, yeah. If you're like, her weakness is, you know, the wrestlers. And I feel like you have the all-time best wrestler in the bantamweight division right now, and Kayla Harrison. And I see Kayla Harrison winning this fight. On to the feature main event. What am I saying? Feature main event. Jose Aldo against Mario Bautista. I'm going with Jose Aldo. I don't know why they keep feeding Jose Aldo these young up-and-coming prospects, bro. Like, I get these young and up-and-coming prospects are, trying to get up in the rankings. But, dude, you gave Jose Aldo Jonathan Martinez in his return. Which, I love Jonathan Martinez. And I really wanted him to win that fight. But I knew he wasn't going to win that fight because it's Jose Aldo. And, you know, like, now Jonathan Martinez is fighting some bum. And I forgot. I don't know what card. I think it's Marcus McGee. But dude, like, Bautista's on a 6-fight winning streak and you're going to give this guy Jose Aldo? You could at least given Jose Aldo a way better name, dude. Like, he's beaten so many opponents, bro. He's beaten Rob Font. He's beaten Marlon Vera. Like, I for sure his next opponent has to be Corey Sandhagen. Because O'Malley's going to be out for a while. So Jose Aldo beats Mario Bautista, gets Corey Sandhagen, and hopefully he gets a title shot. Or another fight and then a title shot. Because, man, he's getting older. And, you know, it's like a slow rise that shouldn't be a slow rise. Like, they're giving him young guys to just, you know. They're giving him young guys to eat up. And I don't, you know, no Diddy or whatever. But still, like, he should not be fighting Mario Bautista, who in his last 6 fights has not fought like anybody like really good. He beat Ricky Simone earlier this year and he beat Damon Blackshear. But still, bro, like, he shouldn't, like, I don't know. I don't know why they're doing this to Jose Aldo, and I don't know why they're giving him these young prospects, but I got the King winning this fight. On to the co-main. We have Raquel Pennington versus Julianna Pena. And I'm going with Raquel Pennington in this fight. This was actually a a pretty hard fight to pick, not gonna lie to you. But I think I'm gonna go with Raquel Pennington, man. I think she is the slight favorite to win this fight in the odds. Pena has not fought in a while as well. She was supposed to fight Nunez, but then she got hurt and she had to, like, you know, withdraw from that fight. And this is her return fight for the, you know, for the belt, I guess. They're giving her this title shot because, of course, you beat Amanda Nunez, man. You beat Amanda, so. But she hasn't fought in over a year, so it's kind of, like, tough to just pick her like that. Obviously, she did beat Raquel Pennington in, I don't know what tough season was that. I totally forgot. Trying to see. No, she has not fought Raquel Pennington, my bad. But still, they had beef and tough or whatever, and I just feel like Raquel Pennington says she's been active. She kind of beat Mario Bueno Silva pretty good, bro. And I just think, you know, she also beat Ketlen Vieira. I don't know, she's just been more active. And I just think she'll win this fight. If it goes to the ground, I feel like, you know, she has an opportunity to, you know, she has a pretty good takedown defense and get up. But Julianna Pena, I just don't see her winning this fight. She is going to try and make this, you know, she is trying to hype this fight up though, but I don't know. I just don't see Julianna Pena winning this fight. Let's go to the main card. Let's go to the main event. My bad. Main event. Alex Pereira versus Khalil Rountree. If you have not seen my Khalil Rountree video, go check it out. Thank you for the guys who've watched it. I'm going with Alex Pereira here. Like, I'm not gonna, like, bet my odds against him. You know, like, Khalil Rountree is coming off a 5-fight win streak that, dude, your last one is against Anthony Lionheart-Smith. And Anthony Lionheart-Smith was literally, it was a really close fight. And you just got lucky and you hit his equilibrium really good. And he just did a little wobbly-dobby the monster mash dance. And the only way I see Khalil Rountree winning this fight is if he really takes Alex Pereira to the ground and does something there. But he's not known for being a wrestler at all his entire career. And the only way, like, him knocking out Alex Pereira. Which, if that even happens, bro, that, like, the whole MMA world will be shook to the, like, core. We'll be like, what the heck just happened? It would be like one of those. And I just see Alex Pereira, like, I don't think this could go to a decision. But the way Alex Pereira's been on a tear, I think he knocks him out in the second or third round. Rountree has had, you know, he's been one to give out. Like, he gave up in that Ian Cutelaba fight, and I just don't see him winning this fight, bro. I really don't. This is Alex Pereira all the way. This is for him to get his third consecutive title defense, and then he fights Ankalaev, and then that's it. He goes to heavyweight and fights to Aspinall, or I don't know what else he does, but I see Alex Pereira winning this fight by knockout. Crispy left hand to the chin of Rountree, and he falls. That's all I got. Yeah, guys, this has been my predictions for UFC 307, man. A card that it's carried by Alex Pereira. It's really sad that Dana White has made these US cards so bad. They suck, bro. Like, I was looking at UFC Paris like, man, this is such a fun card. And then you look at this one, and the prelims suck. You just have to wait until you get to the main card, which there's some pretty good fights, I guess. But I'm JNeps MMA. Like and subscribe. I'm only a couple subscribers away from 100. Come on, help your boy out. Help your boy out. I made a Discord chat. You know, let's talk some MMA. It's in my channel description. JNeps MMA. I'm out.